peace. This is the BN2038-01L. This is a citizen dive watch of the Promaster series, Aqualand, and also 30th anniversary. It comes in different versions. This is the blue, red, white version. You could call it the Pepsi version. It is a big watch, a beautiful dive watch here. It comes in this, the drive is an eco drive, the Citizen Eco Drive, caliber J250, if not mistaken. So as we know of these eco drives, they are maintenance free. All you have to do is keep them charged. The battery will have a long lifetime. It's not really stated how long, but I think 10 years, excessive of 10 years is not an issue. You can get that. I have eco drives that are almost there, 10 years, and not seeing any major problems. So of course, worst case for these is if you keep them in a dark drawer, that will eventually kill off destroy the lithium battery in there. As you can see on the left, roundabout at the 9 o'clock position, there's this charge indicator. As you can see, it is almost full, and that has to be kept at a good level. So if it's fully charged, it will have around about 11 months of power reserve, which is quite impressive. Some of the older eco drives only have 3, 4, 5 months, so maybe they have stepped it up. That's quite a lot, 11 months. This watch is 46 millimeters diameter, 138 grams, and thickness, what was the thickness? Around about 15-16 millimeters. So it's a big watch. Comes in this version here with the polyurethane strap, and it comes with a strap extension. So if you have a big wrist, I have an 8-inch wrist. So these watches, usually Citizen, they bring them with a wrist extension. So the straps are usually quite short. If you have a big wrist, then you'll end up having them fitted on the last few holes of the strap, which I find a bit annoying. I like the long straps, but I guess people with a smaller wrist probably complain that the strap is like overshooting, sticking out at the end. So these are kept more on the short end, but they have a beautiful profile. This very nice Promaster sign. We have the Promaster logo and the lettering here on this side. The strap is really good, quality-wise, and the feel to it is good. It has some sticky element to it when you fit it, I think as a diver would appreciate that, to avoid it from slipping out of the keeper accidentally. What you don't want is for it to come undone underwater. So that little stickiness has a function, can be a bit of a pain if you wear the watch daily, but it has a function, so I think that's a good thing. It has a unidirectional bezel. This feels like a 60 click. Yeah, that's a 60 click bezel. But it is unidirectional. It really doesn't feel, very precise, but it's accurate. It lines up, but it has a pretty prominent clicking to it. No subdued, no gasket drag, no real precision instrument feel. It just works. That's what it does. But it lacks a bit of refinement. Nice coined edge, easy to grab, and as we can see, we have a loomed pip at the 12 o'clock position. The rest are just printed on and not loomed. We have a red indicator to the 20-minute position. Why is it to the 20-minute position? That's an interesting question. I so far not really found a good, really convincing answer. Sometimes some watches have it only until the 15-minute position. So what is the exact function? If you have an answer, put it in the comments. I don't know, does it have something to do with the reserve? No, reserve usually will be 5 minutes of air supply. Does it have anything to do with decompression? I don't think so. Decompression usually will differ based on the depth. So not a conclusive answer here. But anyway, this one goes to the 20-minute position. We have several dials. We have several hands on this dial. We have the charge indicator, then we have an hour hand, a skeletonized hour hand, we have a long minute hand and a seconds hand, and then we have these two dials, two hands at the 3 o'clock position. They're actually over each other, that's why you cannot see it. We have screw-in buttons, which actually, there you go. So this will show you the maximum achieved depth. This is preset. On this watch I did not really achieve that depth. As you can see on the chapter ring, you have the dive depth. This goes up to 70 meters, and the maximum depth on this is 60 meters. So I don't recall going to 60 meters, but yeah, that's basically the function. If I were to go diving with this, it would have a depth dive memory. It also has some alarms. It has an ascent alarm. Normally this should beep. No, it doesn't. Yep. Maybe I should get familiar with the functions before I do the video. So it has some alarms which will indicate a rapid ascent alarm, and it has some low battery charge alarm. It has a beautifully signed crown here with the Promaster sign. That's nice. It's a screw down crown. Has a nice pop to it when you unscrew it, and then due to it being a quartz movement, basically, once you move it out, you can adjust the date complication. A nice date window there with a little metal frame around it, and this watch is ISO 6245 compliant. Is it the ISO 6245? Forget the number, but the ISO dive standard compliant means it should have a loom at the 3 o'clock position. No, it doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. On the right-hand side, it's not in the circle of the hour markers. It's slightly on the outlier, but it is loomed there on the right-hand side of the date box. So ISO compliant diver, that gives us more confidence to go diving. That's great. The feeling, screw down crown is good, very, very smooth. Screw in function. And what comes to my mind about, or what I do see about this compared to some of the let's say the watches with a more complicated finishing is the hour hand and the minute hand. It's just a flat punched piece of metal. There's it's polished, but there's no real added finishing to it. No bevels, no. As you compare it to some of the new Seiko hands, which have half brushed, half polished kind of bevel. So this is quite straightforward, simple, but looks nicely done. No burrs there. Looks okay. So it is not a high-end watch. It's really a very functional watch with the basic functions that you would need in a dive watch. Yeah, it just doesn't have that real quality finish. I mean, the 60-click bezel and the hands and so on, the finishing just leaves a little bit more to wish. Nevertheless, for that price, there's no gripe about what they deliver. Is obviously a perfectly functional watch, good finishing for what you can expect, what it's supposed to have. On this hand, we see the 2 pushes and this depth sensor. This is actually the pressure sensor. On the other side, we have this is the water sensor. Once it gets wet, let's see if I can simulate it. See on the left-hand side, the dive sensor, the charge sensor goes to ready, which means the watch is now ready to be immersed in water. And then when you remove the humidity of the water, it will just go back to show the charge status. We have a screw-down case back, sorry, which has the typical, this kind of globe on it. That's the typical Citizen Aqualand kind of, I guess it's the Eco Drive kind of logo to visualize this energy saving or resource saving ideology that we have here. Less battery consumption, nothing special here. Stainless steel case, and the crystal is just a mineral crystal. It's a flat crystal, nothing special, no distortions. So for dive watches, mineral crystals are okay. No gripes about that. Interesting about the chaptering, as you can see, we have the depth being indicated. It starts off upside down because, of course, you will look at it from this way. So the figures are all the right way around, and as you go up at around about the 9 o'clock position, it just jumps. The lettering just flips over 180 degrees, and then it continues in that position. So that's an interesting little detail, which again is for functionality reasons, depending on what the angle is that you're looking down on this chaptering. Right, that more or less covers this watch. Let's see, can I get a wrist shot here? So it is a big watch, but simulated here. This is what it would look like. Yeah? A big watch. If you have a big wrist, no issue, and a nice watch to wear every day, functional, sturdy, tough, and a nice, simple entry-level diver. All right, guys, thanks, peace out, bye.